I know I can't be the only one who picked up their pet and stood atop a couch going, I don't know the words. Da-da-da-da. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a brand new episode of CineCrap here on TBK Magazine and TBKRadio.com. This is the show where we watch bad movies and make you watch them with us. Today, we are taking a look at The Lion King. And before you send your hate mail, no, this is not a CineCrap movie, but I need a fucking palate cleanser after watching Sharknado 2. You guys voted at TBKMagazine.com for The Lion King to be the ultimate Disney animated film. And that's where we are today. Joining me is the biggest Disney fan I've ever met. So big, in fact, that her and her bridesmaids all got Mickey Mouse tattoos on their nether regions. Ladies and gentlemen, joining me today is my wife, Ashley.
Thank you, but we didn't.
That is not true.
Although all of my bridesmaids are very big Disney fans as well. And one of them does have a Disney tattoo.
Understatement.
That is actually the Hakuna Matata symbol from The Lion King on her wrist. Like the one that you see on all of the scenery if you go to the Broadway production.
Right.
Yeah, she has that tattooed on her.
Ooh. I've seen that tattoo on like 6 different people. It's a tattoo that's being really popular right now.
She's had hers for 4 years.
But it's a movie, so good for her. Because I don't know if I could go through with the tattoo from this movie. I want a tattoo at some point. I want a tattoo. What would you get? If you were to go, all right, you have to choose a tattoo from The Lion King, what are you going to get? Are you going to get Pumbaa going, I'm making, yip, 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 for some bacon, yip, yip, yip?
No, I would get the cute little Simba that's drawn in the tree.
Everybody gets the same thing. Do something original and different.
No, I like that one.
Have Timon and Pumbaa eating a grub on your back.
I don't want Timon and Pumbaa eating a grub on my back.
What's wrong with Timon and Pumbaa?
I don't want, no.
Oh, I'm trying to back you into a corner. I'm trying to I'm going to make this a very awkward episode, just kind of pushing you in the back corner to make you hate on Timon and Pumbaa. That way you get all the hate mail and not me.
I don't want to hate on Timon and Pumbaa. I love Timon and Pumbaa.
But you wouldn't get a tattoo of Timon and Pumbaa.
No, because I don't want them forever on my body.
Lame. Just lame. You guys would get a tattoo of Timon and Pumbaa, right? You guys listening at home, that's a perfect tattoo. No? Okay. You're pissed off at me already. The idea is, and I know this movie allowed a lot of kids to pick up their pet cat and do the opening theme song, because I know I did.
You've done that to our current cat. Not even as a child.
I also did that to our dog, and I did that on you, to you on our wedding night.
You did not.
Were you not there?
I don't know where you were.
Oh, it's going to be one of those episodes of CineCrap. Before we watch the movie, everybody, I got to run down some stuff. Coming up in our next episode, we are on the road to StarCast. We are going to be part of StarCast Weekend, August 30th through September 2nd at the Shamburg Hyatt Regency. The biggest wrestling convention ever, and our podcast SNS is going to be there. And on that weekend, on that week leading up to it, we're going to do some really fun themes. And one of the themes for CineCrap is Ready to Rumble, the David Arquette movie, who's going to be at StarCast, and who I'm trying to get on this show. Not this show, but SNS. So we're going to be doing that as our next episode. Guys, if you love wine, you can order wine straight from your house and don't even have to change clothes. Visit knockingpointwines.com and use the code TBK at checkout to get $20 off your first wine box to be delivered. 4 times a year, wine to your door. You can't beat that. knockingpointwines.com. Use the code TBK to get $20 off your first purchase.
Everybody's buying delivery boxes for everything else. Now, why not wine?
That's the best thing in the world, is it not?
We get clothes delivered to our house. I get makeup delivered to our house. Give me some
Food?
wine, and that's like a perfect girls' night.
Yeah, food. I mean, Chinese food, pizza. It's a good day. It is a good day. Nerd stuff. It is a good day. All right.
Loot Crate is phenomenal.
Also visit ShopTBK, tbkmagazine.com/ShopTBK. Pick up one of our amazing t-shirts. And if you use the code ALLIN at checkout, you get free shipping until September 18th. Yes.
Nice.
All right. So that wraps up all the stuff. Guys, how you can watch The Lion King with us, and I'll give you 2 minutes. We're watching it on DVD. In fact, we're
Blu-ray.
watching... No, I was getting there. Thank you for correcting me, damn it.
No. We have the Walt Disney Signature Edition.
We're still watching the theatrical cut. You can find it on Amazon. You can find it on... probably anywhere. You can find it illegally on your Fire Stick if you have it jailbroken, because I know 70% of you do.
You can find it soon on Disney's on streaming service, which I'm really, really, really excited about.
Yeah, which them announcing that it's going to be less than Netflix kind of intrigues me. They did say, however, that Star Wars is not going to be part of the launch.
Oh, well.
That's a shitty thing, but we'll talk about
We own
that.
all of the Star Wars.
But we'll talk about that on an episode of Live. While you guys are getting ready to watch the movie with us, Ashley, how big of a Disney fan are you truly?
It's a problem. Literally yesterday, you caught me making dinner singing Moana.
Okay, look, and again...
Literally yesterday.
You guys, and when I explain this to you, there's a reason she's doing this show with me, is when you are trying to have a baby, which we're trying to do, and her face is going to turn completely red in about 7 minutes, and you're trying to make sweet, passionate love, while just the soundtrack of Moana is playing in the background, it's just not possible. Like, I just don't know how anyone can have sex with, like, these movies playing in the background, but we're doing it. It's weird. Like, I can't think of that one song, but The Water Speaks to Me or Calls Me. Yeah, that one. Like, that song is now stuck in my head every time I'm about to just, like, do anything. Like, every time now Moana comes on, it's like, it's sex time, isn't it?
The name of the song is How Far I'll Go.
Thank you. Which is very far if you look at our sex life. All right, now, guys, I hope you guys have that.
That's terrible. You were terrible.
It's one of those shows, everybody.
I love Moana, though. I know you don't enjoy it as much as me, but I love it.
I enjoy it. It's just the music's great because it's Lin-Manuel Miranda, but I mean, that's my highlight is the music. I love the music out of Moana. I think it's one of the best soundtracks ever for Disney. But I don't care for the movie itself, which is about 90% of every Disney film for me.
It's because you don't like nice things.
That is not true.
It is true.
You want ants? This is how we get ants.
That doesn't even make sense.
It's one of I'm all over the place today. It's just one of those days.
I mean, clearly, but geez, dude.
This is episode 3 of CineCrap. All right, we've got the movie. What? We got the movie queued up.
This could be a long 90 minutes.
Yep, 88 minutes to be exact. All right, movie's queued up.
Runtime of 90% of Disney movies.
All right, we've got the movie ready. Count them down. Starting at 3, go down, and once she says play, we're hitting play. Go for it.
All right, and 3, 2, 1, play. Here we go.
I think it's going.
It showed the little play button.
There, it's going. All right.
It was going. It has to sit there and show us the warnings about not copying
I
this.
should have.
Anti-piracy.
And now here's the open for every Disney movie ever. You know what's missing from this?
Nothing.
And now your feature presentation.
It is a little sad that you don't get that anymore now that you moved to DVDs. Honestly.
That is one of the. That's why it's always in the open for TBK Live, because I miss the time period where you can watch a movie of Disney's and you hear, and now your feature presentation. Dun-dun-chun. It's in the background. I heard it.
Yay. Walt Disney Pictures presents
a movie that will ruin your childhood because you're going to cry seeing an animal die. So when I don't know the words. I'm trying.
I've got the words.
Do you actually have to? Because I've been wondering what the words are. Even at the beginning of the show, I messed them up.
I've got the words on here. We've got to scroll back up to where it was.
I'm sorry, guys.
You are terrible. I do have the words to it, and it translates to, apparently, according to IMDb.
Because IMDb is the shit.
Here comes a lion, father. Oh, yes, it is a lion. Here comes a lion, father. Oh, yes, it is a lion. A lion we're going to conquer. A lion, and a leopard. come to this open place.
Lions and leopards, oh my! Lions and leopards, oh my!
And I'm not going to attempt to say it in the original language,
Ooh,
but there's what it is written out.
Do I try?
I mean, you can if you want to.
Nance Ganya. I'm probably gonna get a lot of hate mails.
Yeah.
Nance. Can I just say Bants? It's for our British friends that are listening to the show. Is this Circle of Life?
Yes, it's Circle of Life.
I didn't realize that's what started the movie. Hey, look, emus. Is that what those are? That's an elephant. I know what that is.
I don't know that those are tall enough to be emus.
But they taste good, though.
Kind of rude.
But you automatically know if it's an animal,
Kinda
it tastes
rude.
good. Zebra's running across the screen, so just to let you guys know where we're at. There's part of me that's a yak. I need a yak.
You don't need a yak.
Yak.
Why would you need a yak?
I'd eat a yak. I don't need a yak.
Why would you eat a yak?
I don't know, just be interesting.
That is the point. I don't understand you.
Is this Zuzu?
That is Zazu, sir.
Oh.
Side
Zazu?
note- Weirdo?
Is it Zazu or Zuzu? Because I thought it was...
Zazu.
Okay.
Side note, do you know who the voice of Zazu is?
It's Mr. Bean.
It is. It is Rowan Atkinson.
Yeah, no, this is... Ashley's taking control of the show.
I'm
She
pretty
knows
sh-
Disney movies better
I'm
than
pretty sure that I'm the one that told you that, and you freaked out and had
Hey,
to look
look,
it up
it's
because you
Darth
didn't
Vader.
believe me.
It's Darth Vader.
It is.
Rafiki's voiced by James Earl Jones. And young Simba. Yeah, no, Rafiki's not James Earl Jones?
Mufasa is James Earl Jones.
Oh. Who's Rafiki? Oh, it's the dude from Sports Night. Ah! Love that guy. I forgot him. No, Mufasa is... Yeah, no, I'm wrong.
Yeah.
I can't think of his name, though. Let's break a gourd. Robert Gillimain. Yes. I love that guy. He was great in Sports Night. Check that out.
You're welcome. He was also Benson
I love this show.
in
Benson.
Benson.
It's a good show.
He was in Big Fish.
Here we go. 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 The best part of the entire movie. Honest to God. You know that there were so many kids recreating this with their pet. Even food. Because I think I've held up a bucket of KFC this way. And just...
But were there that many people excited when you held up the bucket of KFC?
Yes. But...
There were monkeys howling and
Oh, yeah, no.
zebras stomping.
Have you ever been to a high school theatrical rehearsal? It pretty much sums it up.
Not with food involved, no.
Yeah, no, when you bring in food, it's a completely different... It's just a different experience. And the heavens opened up. Okay,
And the baby was confused.
Hold on. This will never fucking happen because, in my opinion, at this point, the law of the jungle tells me the lions would just eat fucking everybody.
Pretty much. That's why they're in charge. That's why they're the king. Whether they're going to eat you or not, you bow down to the king.
Because apparently my PlayStation just installed Fishing Planet.
Did you intend to install Fishing Planet?
The Lion King. Hey, look!
It's a field mouse.
Oh, it's Fievel.
Oh.
And Fievel's dead. And now this is Disney Presents Fievel Goes to the Gullet. I like Scar, but I don't at the same time.
I feel like he's a really, really good Disney villain. Because he's one of those Disney villains you can relate to more on a personal level. Like, he's not a weird, like, ridiculous big bad.
How many people out there have killed
He's
their
your
brother?
evil uncle.
I was going to say, how many people out there have killed their brother? You can relate to Scar?
About feeling wronged in life. Like, he's somebody, you probably know somebody with this type of mentality in your daily
Oh, yeah,
life.
no, you're right there. I'm just saying, you know.
This is the argument of why Dolores Umbridge is worse than Voldemort, because it's the bad person that you can know. Like, this is an average type of bad, not the big bad that nobody ever faces.
I don't go into politics very much, but are you saying that Trump? All right, so
I said nothing. He just tried to eat the bird.
I tried to eat the bird. Bird tastes great.
Side note, Scar is the only lion in the entire movie that you can see his claws the whole time.
Why? Because he's a bad guy?
Probably.
That's a weird statistic.
It is a weird statistic, but watch it when he's just walking around. His claws are out. Mufasa's are not.
Because he's, well, I guess, yeah. By the way, Mufasa's mane makes him look very feminine. And I know that's probably not just some weird thing, but he's got a very nice mane where it's just almost feminine-esque. He also kind of looks like Beast.
I don't know. A little bit.
Yeah, because I feel that's just
Disney
a
is
Disney trait.
Disney
Apparently a
reuses
casino
animation
game.
also.
Apparently a casino game just updated too.
Disney reuses animation frequently, so...
That's the same. That is the same hairstyle as Beast.
So I don't know. I know nothing about Mufasa's hair, but Simba's mane when he's an adult, they supposedly modeled after John Bon Jovi's hair.
Whoa, living on a prayer. Bet you didn't think about hearing that in this show, did you?
Yeah, well.
How many people actually know the words to that whole song? I bet like 4. You don't know every word to that song.
Bet.
All right. Take that challenge. Next episode of Live, you're going to sing that.
Okay.
We'll get Sharon to do it instead.
Okay.
Pride Rock, right? That's the name of the rock.
Yes, it is Pride Rock. Look at you knowing Disney stuff.
No, see, Ashley is way more advanced than I am in Disney movies. Today, I'm the co-host of this show. Like, I know this, and I'm okay with it.
Random fact about Scar, other people considered for the voice role instead of Jeremy Irons. Tim Curry.
Which would have been fantastic, by the
And
way.
Malcolm McDowell.
Yeah, I don't know if I feel how I feel about that one. But Tim Curry as Scar?
You know he's a villain in another Disney movie.
Is that the Hunchback?
No. It is the
This is the tattoo that Victoria
yes.
has. Okay.
No, this is not.
Oh, it's not?
This is what I
was
wanted.
Oh, okay.
This is what I said I would get. Victoria's is not actually in the movie, it's from the Broadway production.
Okay.
It's the weird swirly thing. I'll have to show it to you later. It's hard to describe.
And of course, I don't want to see your guys' Mickey Mouse tattoos, but
Tim Curry was the bad guy in the Beauty and the Beast Enchanted Christmas movie. He was the pipe organ.
so what you're telling me is he got a shitty end of the stick on being a Disney villain.
Actually, that's one of the better secondary Disney movies.
Isn't he the villain in Dunstan Checks In?
I believe so.
That's the better movie.
He's a good villain. He's got the voice. And he's got the look.
He's
a
got great
good bad
legs,
guy.
too.
He does have great legs. You don't get to show those off often as a villain.
Rocky Horror comes to Halloween on this show, everybody. I'm just going to let you guys know now. I wonder how many parents feel this way. Like, this is the morning that you tell your kid, we're going to Disney World. They're just pouncing you constantly.
It's okay, though, because, you know, he comes in and he tries to wake his dad up. And his mom is like, your son wants you. He's like, before sunrise, he's your son. Do you know why? Because he's the king of everything the light touches. It's before sunrise.
Oh,
It's not his kid.
I'm with him. I'm with him on that because I'm like, I'm not getting up early, but I know I'm going to have to. Not excited about this. And I mean, I don't think we've talked about us having a child yet, but this is the movie that's probably going to make me go, maybe I shouldn't. Because someone's going to throw me off a cliff and I'm going to get ran over by hyenas. Like, I know.
Wildebeest?
Oh, yeah, wildebeest. I'm going to get thrown off a cliff by hyenas.
No, by Scar.
My God, I have not seen this movie apparently in a long time.
We watched this movie when I purchased the Walt Disney
I was
Signature
drunk.
Edition.
I was drunk.
I don't care.
Why won't they? Okay, so I already know this is reminding me of the True Blood aspect where vampires won't attack humans because they're drinking synthetic blood.
Mm-hmm.
That's food. Kill it. Like Mufasa.
What if they're not hungry?
You still kill.
No, you don't have to kill if you're not hungry. That's not how nature works. Lions aren't going to just randomly attack antelopes. They attack antelopes when they want food.
I figure though.
I don't know how that works in this aspect.
Yeah, because no one kills anyone except for Scar killing Mufasa.
Which is not for food.
No.
You do, however, see the hyenas eating pieces of wildebeest later. Which begs the question, do they just pick the old ones? Do they pick the sick ones?
Are the
do
wildebeest...
they just randomly pick ones? Do they pick one for sacrifice?
Are the wildebeest the red shirts of this movie? Because, I mean, that's kind of where you have to go with this now, right? Oh, my
Pouncing
God.
lesson.
Yep. Tackle that bird.
Do it.
I love seeing a bird get its comeuppance. Does Simba wiggle his butt like most cats? Because I don't remember.
You can't see him.
Because I figure he does. There's probably like a deleted scene of just Simba wagging his butt, going back and forth.
Probably.
Oh, my God.
Oh,
Not hyenas. But hyenas have to eat too. But
no.
apparently
But
they
they're
can't.
they don't get to stay in the Pride Lands. They get banished to the outside. You learn where they go in the second movie because you see where the outsider lions are.
There's outsider lions?
Yes.
It's gonna be a rumble tonight.
And that's where you meet Scar's kid.
Lions, come out and play.
Weirdo.
I'm telling you. I am 60 going on.
That is not even the same musical.
Is it not? West Side Story.
I am 16 going on 17 is not from West Side Story. It is from The Sound of Music, sir.
Same thing.
No, it's not.
Both gang wars. One's just, you know, a little bit more violent.
Nazi hyenas in a little bit here.
Yeah. One's a little bit more violent. The other one's the Von Trapps. Pretty much a gang. There's 9 of them.
I mean,
You can't argue this theory. By the way, Sound of Music, creepiest musical ever made.
I really dislike that musical.
Later Hosen.
I really dislike that musical.
Oh, musicals are coming soon to this show. I've got to make sure that we do Grease 2 at some point, and I got to get a certain person on this episode.
Have fun with that.
Yeah. Maybe I can get like both of them on the episode.
Oh.
Because, Grease 2. So at this point, Simba seems very excited about being around his uncle.
Well, it's because he likes his uncle.
Yeah, but I mean, even as a kid, like, can't you pick up on if a person's a piece of shit?
No.
Because, I mean, no, I feel like kids know. Kids know if you're a piece of shit.
Not always.
Simba should know that Scar's an asswipe.
No, not always.
So what you're telling me is if Scar was a human being, this would be the type of uncle that would buy presents for Simba that would try to buy his love.
Pretty much. And accidentally tell him things that he's not supposed to know.
I can't tell any of the lions apart, by the way. All the mom lions look the same. All of them.
Well, you know how how prides of lions work, right? Like there's
I've watched the Discovery Channel, but it's only the videos where they're mauling animals.
Of course it is. Well, the way that lions work
That's just wrong.
is you have one male lion and a bunch of females that are a family unit.
Pimpin' ain't easy, pimpin' ain't easy, pimpin' ain't easy, man.
And so you've got Simba here and Nala there, who both came from the same pride.
So wait, they're step brother and sister?
By
Wait.
this logic, they are both Mufasa's children.
So there's incest going on here.
Yeah.
This is some Star Wars bullshit.
Like, in theory, those dozen or so lionesses that you see all belong to Mufasa. That's how this works.
Mufasa a pimp.
Yeah.
Mufasa a player.
Yeah.
Mufasa's going to end up on an episode of Maury Povich.
Probably.
You are the lion father.
Of all of them. Literally all of them.
In the case of Nala, Simba, Jacob, Johnny, Ralph, Kayla. You are the father.
And here's them learning they're going to get married.
So you're marrying your half brother and half
I can't marry her. She's my friend. It'd be too weird.
They're brother and sister. That's even weirder.
Shh. We're glossing over that. This is Disney logic. Incest doesn't happen.
So if that's probably the case in most Disney films, isn't it? Wow, this is just starting. This is a weird one already.
I have info. Like, I cannot explain to you how much I love The Lion King.
Does incest happen again in a Disney movie?
Probably.
Means beware. Oh, I'm going to go ahead and tell people this. If you're looking for a really good cover of this song, look up Suburban Legends on your iTunes or Spotify, because it is an amazing cover.
It is. They have a couple of covers of some Disney songs. I love them all.
They do Hakuna Matata and they do this one. And I think this is one of my favorite covers of theirs. Can't wait to be king, so I can have a ton of lionesses.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. Now that I know that, that's a little more weird for me. That just ruined my childhood. Now I'm going with Zootopia as my favorite Disney movie. Like 100%. I'm over this.
I still love this movie. You can't make me not love this movie.
No, it's a great movie. Except for the incest part. And the part where someone dies, because it wouldn't be a Disney movie without
A parent has to die. It's
Okay,
like
first of all, does that rhino have no asshole at all? Like, it has no sphincter.
we've literally looked at Zazu's ass the entire time he's been on Serena, and you have not seen his asshole.
It's time for a Disney question. Ashley, how do Disney cartoon characters poop?
I don't know. We don't ever see it.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm lying.
See, look, here's a bunch of zebra asses.
But you know they poop. Like, you saw their butts. You don't see the lion's ass. You don't see the rhino's ass. You don't see Zazu's ass. Like, at this point, you see no butts at all. So, the guy who's in charge of this movie, this is my fun fact.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on. I
What you
gotta pull it up. Because there's about 3,000 facts on the internet, folks. Am I wrong?
Because this is a greatly loved Disney movie.
Yeah, no, it is. The guy who was in charge of this movie, this was his last Disney film before going to DreamWorks. Just want to point that out.
Disney is still better than DreamWorks.
You know what?
100%.
At this time, no. After this movie, I think Disney hit a rut. I think there's just... Because I don't care for Mulan, and I'm one of the few people who don't.
Mulan was 4 years after this.
That's what I'm saying, but I feel like Disney hit this rut of animated movies until... Not counting Pixar, because Pixar does not count. I mean, they are Disney movies, but they're not. You get where I'm going with that? If you're going with actual Disney films, they're in a rut until Princess and the Frog.
I really don't believe that.
Look it up. Look up how many Disney
I am looking it up.
Pumbaa the Warthog is the first Disney character to fart in a movie. There's one for you. I want to say his last name was Katzenberg, but I'm not 100% sure.
List of Disney animated films.
I want to look this up because I feel after a certain point, Disney goes on this rut of movies. Because it's Mulan and Pocahontas, which Pocahontas is not that great.
Meh.
Like, after this movie...
All right, we are looking at...
After The
Lion King, which was in 1994.
4, yeah.
You get a Goofy movie.
Which is good. I mean, that's fine.
You get Pocahontas.
Which I don't care. I don't feel like anybody really cares for that movie.
Then
but
you get Toy Story.
I said Pixar films don't count.
I know. James and the Giant Peach.
I hate that movie. Shitty.
Which was Skellington Productions, which is the same group that did Nightmare Before
For
Christmas.
Christmas.
So it's
but
kind of...
James and the Giant
It
Peach
doesn't
is not
particularly
the
count.
greatest.
It's not great. Hunchback.
I don't care for that.
Hercules.
I
Mulan.
don't know how I feel about Hercules. Even to this day, I still don't know how I feel about Hercules.
Tarzan.
No. Tarzan's awful.
Fantasia 2000.
Nope.
The Tigger movie.
Yeah.
Dinosaur.
Yeah.
Emperor's New Groove.
That one's okay.
Atlantis.
I'll give you that one. Atlantis is terrible.
Lilo and Stitch. Treasure Planet. Jungle Book 2. Piglet's Big Movie. Finding Nemo is Pixar. Sorry. Brother Bear.
I'm not wrong.
Home on the Range. Pooh's Heffalump movie.
Call our dog Heffalump all the time.
Chicken Little.
That movie's terrible.
Bambi 2.
That movie shouldn't have... Wait, what's the premise of Bambi 2? Like...
You see Bambi trying to bond with his father. It's terrible.
Like, I figured it was just a bunch...
It is terrible. Do you know who voices Bambi's father, who is the Prince of the Forest?
Who?
Sir Patrick Stewart.
He also voices shit. Now, my thought is...
Literal shit.
No, my thought behind that movie, the only premise I can think of for Bambi 2 is just a bunch of hunters sitting around
There's
eating
still
his
more.
mom.
There's still more. Meet the Robinsons.
No.
Tinkerbell.
No.
Bolt.
No.
Up.
No. Up's a
Tinkerbell
Pixar movie,
again.
isn't it?
No, Up is a Pixar movie. You win.
That's what I was going to say. No.
Tinkerbell again.
Nope.
A Christmas Carol.
Nope.
And then we hit Princess and the Frog.
There's not as many iconic films in that run. Like, maybe 2.
Pocahontas, Mulan, Tarzan, Hercules, Hunchback of Notre Dame. All great movies. Just because you don't like them doesn't mean they're not great
I don't
movies.
think they're as good as the ones that came before this. They're not as good as Beauty and the Beast or The Little Mermaid or Cinderella or Snow White.
Actually, my least favorite Disney films are the classic ones. I can't go back and watch them as easily.
See, but this run of just like the late 80s to early 90s, though, Disney hits it. And I'm putting Nightmare in that list. Disney hits it.
Yeah, they do.
Apparently, Fortnite also updated.
It's perfectly wonderful. Here we are fighting in the elephant graveyard. Whoopi Goldberg's here.
Whoopi!
Also, Jim Cummings,
Let
who you know as the voice of Tigger and Pooh and like 7 million other characters.
I love Jim Cummings. After seeing him do that Twisted Tunes thing, just hearing Winnie the Pooh curse is the greatest thing ever. If you get a chance to go to a convention and you see Twisted Tunes on the list, go to the panel. Just go to the panel.
It's a different group of guys every time. It's just whoever's there. But it's so good.
Okay, so best Whoopi Goldberg movie. Go.
I don't know that many Whoopi Goldberg movies.
I'm going to say something that not a lot of people will know.
Okay.
Eddie.
Don't know.
She becomes the coach of the New York Knicks.
Okay.
It's relatively funny. It's not as good as Sister Act because I feel like that's everyone's favorite Whoopi Goldberg movie. This might be in my top 5.
It has to be.
Whoopi Goldberg's now on The View. One of the hyenas is on The View. That makes me happy.
Well, think about who the other two are.
Yeah, no joke. Oh, who are Jim Cummings and who's the other one?
Did you really not know?
No. Who's the other one?
You're clearly not listening to this loud enough.
No, I'm not because I don't want this to overtake what's going on.
Well, you can't hear the lions now, the hyenas now because, you know, they're
not on the screen.
They're no longer on the screen.
And this is where Mufasa is just disappointed in his kid. I guess kids. Sorry.
Wouldn't you be disappointed in your kids?
No.
Are you sure?
Yeah, probably. I'd be like, I'm not mad at you. I'm just really disappointed.
And isn't that worse than being mad?
Yes.
I mean, it just makes you feel bad about yourself. Side note.
Yes.
Your third hyena is...
Oh, Cheech.
Yeah.
No, I never would have got that.
It sounds exactly like him.
No, well, see, here's the problem. I probably would never have guessed that since he never talks about weed.
You can't talk about weed in a children's movie.
That would change everything, though, would it not? Hey, Simba, you want to get high?
Is he now toweling?
Sure. Why the hell not?
Because that was that voice.
I know.
Good try.
Simba, you want to join?
See, this is just dad disappointment. This just makes you feel bad, like deep into your soul.
You guys talk about this all the time. I can't watch scenes like this very often in television because it just hurts me. I hate when there's these awkward scenes like this. I know they have to be there to advance a story, but it just makes me go, I remember how I was when I was a kid. Yeah, no. I would get a belt, not a talking to.
Some kids it works better to get a talking to. I'm more likely to cry if you talk to me than if you hit me. Honestly.
That explains our wedding night.
You're telling too much.
That's this show. I love this show. And noogie for the kid. After disappointment, it's a noogie.
Well, you have to prove that you still love them. They encourage you in parenting classes to, after you scold your child, you hug them and tell them that you still love them.
Does anyone actually go to parenting classes?
Frequently.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Learned something new today. Because I feel like that's just a bunch of hogwash.
It's not.
The first time I think hogwash has ever been used on any show. Is this where
there should be a hidden Mickey somewhere here when they pan out?
in the stars?
In the stars.
This is not there's like 2 hidden Mickeys in this
There's
movie?
2 hidden Mickeys in this movie.
Okay, does the word sex appear in the trampling scene?
It's supposed to say, no, not the trampling scene, in the scene where at the end, whenever he is...
Because that was the trampling scene.
It's supposed to say SFX as like the Studio FX team.
Oh, but people say it's sex.
People say it's
See,
sex.
I thought it was in the trampling scene.
No, it is not in the trampling scene. It's right before Simba goes back, like when he is following the breeze with the petals and stuff in it. I'll show you.
Okay. You want to know what you're like when you're high?
Ed?
Yeah. Not our friend Ed Souter at Burning Willow Press, which, by the way, you can...
Maybe. Like I feel like Ed has acted like this Ed before.
Probably. Which, by the way, you can pick up the entire Burning Willow library at our store, Shop TBK, tbkmagazine.com/shop TBK. Figure I'm going to get ads in while we do this, you know?
Nice.
Yeah. Did they actually make the hyena to kind of look like Whoopi?
why the hair is like that, yeah.
Even the dog's getting involved with this one. Like, ooh, hyenas, I want to see. Murph. Murph. It's an impression of our dog.
Ooh. Do it again.
Well, you know where we're at, everybody. Oh, my God.
I'm 90% sure I could quote this movie line for line.
We'll have to do an episode of CineCrap like that one time, just for everybody just quotes the movie.
Like, I am almost completely certain that I can quote this line for line. And if you give me a line, I can give you the following line.
Oh, my God. This is one of Whoopi Goldberg's 2 animated films in 1994. She was also in The Page Master, which I've never heard of until just now. Nope, I take that back. I know what it is.
Okay.
I take back everything I said.
There is absolutely no way you have not seen The Page Master. If
I've
you grew
seen
up
it.
in the 80s or 90s, you have seen The Page Master.
I've
It
seen
is
it.
not great.
No, I've seen it. I refused to finish it, but I have seen it.
It scared me when I was little.
Every movie scares you.
A lot of movies did
How
scare me
the
when I
fuck
was
did
little.
this movie not scare you when you were little?
I like villains.
So this is the creepy, we're going to walk around fart gas. And
I actually have 2 Disney playlists on my phone. I have one of all the Disney music that I enjoyed that I could find, and I have one of just villain songs.
she does.
I do. And I used to have a cassette tape of the Disney villain songs when I was young. No, like I was like 6 years old.
Wait,
and I had a cassette tape.
Is it a legit cassette or was it?
No, it is a legit cassette. You can buy it. Well, you could
I didn't
buy
know.
it.
Well, I was going to say, I didn't know if it was a legit cassette or something or like someone purchased.
No, it was a legit cassette. I had like a dozen Disney tapes, and that was one of them was just villain songs. And I would always skip Cruella de Vil's because I didn't like it because it doesn't matter.
Cruella de Vil. That's like one of my favorite ones too. Like the style is great.
Well, the 6-year-old Ashley didn't think so.
What song was your go-to on that?
I really enjoy this one. And I really enjoy Poor Unfortunate Souls.
I think my favorite villain song ever is Gaston's.
Yeah, there's that. But Poor Unfortunate Souls is my current favorite Disney villain song.
And that's from
Little Mermaid.
Oh, yeah. I don't know the songs. All right, everybody's going to be like, oh my God.
Mermaid. I also like Mother Gothel's one from Tangled now. Mother Knows Best.
That's a great movie.
And I like the one from Princess and the Frog that Dr. Falsier sings that is Friends on the Other Side.
Also a great movie.
Yes. Now we're about to get goose-stepping hyenas.
Oh, yeah, this is a set on the Hitler scene.
Yep.
Yep.
This is on the Hitler scene.
Yeah, this is based off the hit Nazis. And
Yes, it is. We've also almost made it to the point in recording this song, Jeremy Irons blew out his voice. And here in a second, it's going to switch to Jim Cummings. He finished the song out.
Can Jim Cummings sing?
Yes, it's right after this. Right there is where he blew out his voice. This is Jim Cummings.
You can't really tell.
If you listen really, really carefully, you can hear just a hint of Tigger. But you have to pay really, really, really close attention to know what you're listening for.
Jim Cummings is a master of voice disguise.
He is,
I'm telling you.
Phenomenal. Like, he is.
But that's not the guy you would
possibly-
think that's doing those voices either, because I wasn't expecting like a little skinny guy with a mustache. Like I just
Yeah,
wasn't.
no, he's adorable. He is adorable.
There's probably 2 words that never thought. There's something you never thought you'd hear today. Jim Cummings adorable.
Is he not?
He kind of is.
Like,
That would make a great poster.
it would. Like,
That should have been the poster for the movie. If you're gonna do like a villain hero poster, there's your villain poster.
Yeah.
Because that's fantastic.
there's also a scene very like that where they pan out in the second Lion King movie when they're on the Termite Hills after they've sung the song about how great Kobu is going to be. Parallels.
I've seen it. I just refuse to really enjoy it.
I enjoy it.
Where the hell's Zazu?
Who knows?
Where the hell's Mufasa? Why the hell isn't the kid with his parents?
Kids don't stay with their parents 24/7.
Yeah, but it's at this point, wouldn't it, like, laws tell me that the kid's going to stick around their parents, right?
No, not technically.
'Cause
This
don't
is
they
his uncle.
Yeah, but I mean, pride, you're going to stick around with your pride. You're not just going to wander off with another lion.
This is Mufasa's brother. It's
Yeah.
allowed.
Yeah, but you don't know that's a real pride. This is not happening. I'm just destroying Disney logic. That's my plan today.
Well, he does not live on Pride Rock with them. Like, he lives off by himself. He is the beta male that is not allowed to be a part of the family.
That's what I'm saying. Why would you let your kid go with him?
Because they are still brothers.
Yeah, but
for good or for bad, they are still brothers.
Would you let your kid go with a shitty person? Are you going to let our kid...
clearly I'm smarter than a lion. At the root of this, they are still animals, Richard.
Yeah, but you can't think that either.
Of course, there's also this complete 90-degree drop cliff face here that wildebeest are about to go freaking run down.
Yeah, how do they survive this?
So, Disney logic.
There's this episode of like the top 10 that was on Animal Planet, and one of them was stupid animals, and one of them was a bird, and the bird lives on a mountain like that.
Mm-hmm.
And it was hatched, and then all of a sudden the bird would just immediately jump out of its nest and just fall down the hill. And only like 40% of them survive. And if you survive, you're going to live. But you cannot help but watch these birds fall down this mountain without laughing. It is the most terrible thing to laugh at, but damn, it's funny. Because it's just, you can't help but just go, what the hell's going on?
Animals can be dumb.
Only thing missing on some of those bird jumps is, that was it.
Here's poor little Simba.
Shit's about to get real for Simba. They wouldn't have made it down that.
Well, that area is a little bit more of a curve.
They still would have tumbled.
Than the other, probably.
It's just too steep. Logic tells me that they would have just rolled on top of each other, and at the bottom of that hill would have just been a mountain pile of dead wildebeest.
I mean,
it would have been an all-you-can-eat buffet for lions and hyenas.
Can we get a freezer?
Yeah, no. Are there deep freezers in the wild?
they could eat forever.
Yeah, because I mean, I'm not wrong, right?
I mean, I guess if you left it long enough, you could make it jerky.
And that's what happened to Bambi's mom. I mean, seriously. First of all, you know he's a shitty uncle. Our dog is going crazy right now.
It's because Simba's gonna die. The wildebeest are running. She's worried. She's trying to tell Mufasa to get to him in time. I mean, this is a very concerning thing here. And now he's trying to get this poor little bird to help him, and clearly this bird that's half his size is not going to be able to pick him up. This is the worst part. Like, we're watching Mufasa sacrifice himself for his kid. Which, I mean, while it's technically the appropriate thing to do, it's still really, really rough. And then you get Zazu getting taken out of commission because he freaks out. And, no. He got stepped on.
All right, sorry about that.
There goes Simba.
Simba's up 3 points. Field goal.
Looking all menacing up here on the...
Field goal for Detroit.
So how is Simba standing here in the middle of the stampede and not getting stepped on? But...
He's got a lucky rabbit's foot. Yeah. He's got a lucky rabbit's foot.
Also, can we talk about how wonderful the score for this movie is? And how intense this feels with this music behind it?
Didn't you say before we started recording that they had to redo, like they made this scene from scratch or something?
The wildebeest scene took the Disney CG team 3 years to make. They actually had to create a full new program that would allow them to animate hundreds of wildebeests running and them not run into each other.
So you think this program got used on video games later on?
I mean, it had to. This has to be where a lot of stuff have come through now.
This program probably opened the door for so much stuff.
I
keep on falling. Yeah.
Oh. And now we're going to watch Simba cry. Because his dad's dead.
I don't know if I can be funny during this scene. This is very traumatizing for me. This is that awkward moment in Disney movies where I go, I don't want to see this. I want to be happy when I watch a cartoon, not worry about if a character's going to die or not.
It's a Disney movie. The answer is yes. Either somebody's going to die or somebody will have
Did he
died.
get trampled or did he just fall on a stick?
Well, he's underneath the broken stick, and it is the tree that Simba was on.
He fell. The stick killed him. He didn't get trampled. He landed on the stick.
I don't think it was the stick.
So what you're telling me is Mufasa might have had a stick up his butt.
Mufasa did not have a stick up his butt.
Yes. 3 points for Hufflepuff.
His poor little whisker's bent out of shape. And Simba's all confused.
The only thing missing now is just X's on the eyes.
Oh.
This is how my dog is of a morning with me. Get up, fat fuck. This is a very heartbreaking moment.
It is.
Do they have a Viking funeral for Mufasa?
We don't get to see.
I'm just assuming they put him in like a box and shipped him out on like some water and lit it on fire.
How did they put him in a box? How did they get a box?
I don't know. They probably did the same thing they did for Darth Vader. They did the Viking funeral. What if Mufasa's soul became reincarnated, and this is going on at the same time as the Star Wars, and Mufasa's soul gets reincarnated into Anakin Skywalker?
That's weird.
They have the same voice.
Lots of people have the same voice as Mufasa.
It's just a theory. Ashley's legit sad right now, everybody. Like, she is legit crying right now.
Well, you've got Scar blaming this poor little kid for killing the person that he killed. And see, now he's got not only his front claws, but his back claws are out.
How does that work?
Because he's evil.
So evil have claws and fingernails.
All Disney villains are also associated with the color green.
Is that true?
Yes. Look it up.
Ursula? Ursula doesn't have green, does she?
She's got green lights.
Really? It's
Right.
something I did not know. Run, boy, run. It's my worst Scar impression. This is my land now. Yeah, I cannot do a Scar. I cannot do a Jeremy Irons impression to save my nuts.
Yeah, maybe you should stop trying.
That one really does look like Whoopi. Like, it just has that moment.
Yeah, if Disney taught us anything, it's that lime green means that somebody is evil.
Oh, good. That's why I don't drink Sprite. What the
See?
shit?
All Disney villains.
The
It is a
seventh
thing.
layer is a fucked, is what this is.
It is a thing. I think that's why you find fewer people in our age group that has the favorite color of green.
Well, my favorite color was green when I was growing up, and then it turned to blue.
Like, I feel like this age group, you're inherently taught that green means bad.
Talk about being a thorn in someone's butt. So where's his mom?
Cactus butt.
That's funny.
His mom is back on Pride Rock.
So she has no idea this
She
has
has
happened.
no idea this has happened.
Does she ever find out? I mean, she has to.
At the very end of the movie.
So she finds out that her dad, or her husband's dead.
No, she finds out shortly after when Scar goes back to them and tells them that Mufasa died, and he tells them that Simba died too.
Because Scar's oh yeah, here it is. I forgot about this. Scar's gonna make it like this huge. I tried to save them. You know who would have made a great Scar?
Who?
Snape. That voice with this character, fantastic. Would it have not?
It would have.
I killed your brother. Would have been great. I can't do that impression either, but I'm going to work on that one because I really wanted to do that one. So all of a sudden, the hyenas just take over Pride Rock.
Yep.
And there's Rafiki.
Looking all sad.
Disheveled.
He's a sad monkey. Of course, you'd be a sad monkey too. Well, he's dead.
Well, They think he's dead.
They was told he was dead.
Here's what I've learned in actual anything. You just don't believe anybody's dead until you find out for sure they're actually dead.
Buzzards.
And the heroes of the movie finally show up. Yes. Love me some Timon and Pumbaa.
Bowling for buzzards.
This is my favorite part. They made the movie for me.
So why don't you enjoy Lion King 1.5?
I haven't seen it.
You haven't seen it? We own it.
I didn't know that.
That's what we're doing after we record this episode. That's our now. No. Congratulations. Lion King 1.5.
That is not our night because I want to watch live
It is
PD.
our night. It is the Timon and Pumbaa story and you're watching it.
I'll watch it tomorrow.
Nope, tonight.
I'll watch it before the next episode of CineCrap.
Nope, watching it tonight.
I still can't believe that Pumbaa is the first character in a Disney movie to poot. That just baffles me. This movie held the record for the highest grossing animated film of all time until it was surpassed by Toy Story 3 in 2010, then surpassed by Frozen in 2013.
I don't like Frozen as much as everybody else.
This is, however, the highest grossing 2D animated movie of all time. And it probably will be.
It is also the highest grossing film worldwide in 1994.
Not domestically, though.
Not domestically. Domestically, it was Forrest Gump.
Life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get. This one's full of grubs.
I love how literal Pumbaa is.
I love Nathan Lane. Nathan Lane in anything is great. The Birdcage is a wonderful movie, by the way, if you've not seen it. How are they out? They're outcasts because they tell their story, right?
You kind of get a little bit of their story here, but you literally get their story in Lion King 1.5.
Okay.
The whole thing is Timon and Pumbaa. You get Timon and Pumbaa's backstory.
I know that much. I know that the movie is up until this point, right? Like it's their story up until now.
No, it is their story all the way through this movie.
So wait, so you see this again in that movie?
You see clips from The Lion King in The Lion King 1.5. It is so good. It is such a novel concept, and I freaking love it, and we're gonna watch it.
I'm gonna watch Live PD.
No.
I don't
You
have.
can DVR Live PD.
I don't get a chance to actually.
I don't care.
Oh, it's my one night off. Let me have Live PD. Is it Hakuna Matata or Hakuna Matata?
Matata. This, by the way, is the Hakuna Matata symbol.
Oh, she has the. It looks like a treble clef.
Kinda.
It's like a treble clef did acid.
Kinda.
Yeah. It's a problem-free philosophy. Hakuna Matata. See, there we go. You knew that was coming.
Nothing. What's the matter with you?
Oh, God. And yet I can't make puns.
You're not.
If I make
You're not a cute animated character.
When I was a young warthog.
Thanks.
Pumbaa is one of my favorite characters, maybe ever.
Did you ever watch the show with Timon and Pumbaa in it?
Yes. Yes, I did.
I also really enjoyed that.
That was the Disney animated block that was on after school with that and Goof Troop and Gargoyles, which I could not stand, by the way.
It was my least favorite, but I still watched it.
I hated Gargoyles. I'll get hate mail for that, too. The most underrated
So my question is, what was he about to go into here? Where it's not in front of the kids?
Oh, he was going to say fuckity fuck, 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 fuck. I can tell you what it is now. I would have changed this entire movie.
Simba was bouncing his butt. You missed it.
No, I saw it. Kill it, Jonathan Taylor Thomas. Whatever happened to him, anyway? Isn't he, like, doing philanthropy work now?
Probably.
The kid, Brad, from Home Improvement's a CEO of a company.
That's impressive.
It is.
What What is he doing now?
Timon and Pumbaa's home, by the way, much prettier than Pride Rock.
He's a vegetarian.
Wow. Okay. Well,
I mean, that's pretty much all I've got.
I just want to know what happened to Jonathan Taylor Thomas, because he used to be like, he was the guy.
For a long while.
And he wasn't even my favorite of the kids on Home Improvement.
Oof.
It's like I'm watching a really, really horrible episode of Good Mythical Morning. Because, I mean, they eat a lot of weird shit. Where's the Disney one?
I missed it.
Oh, we missed it?
I think so. I've never been good at catching the hidden Mickeys in films.
I didn't know there were hidden Mickeys.
Mm-hmm. There's always hidden Mickeys. And there's like hundreds of Mickeys hidden in Disney World that if you're supposed to go out of your way to try to find.
And if you find them, do you get something?
No.
Give me a fucking churro. And
Simba going through his awkward teenage phase.
we don't get to see Simba go through puberty, which has probably been the funniest part of the movie. Hi, Matthew Broderick. Which I didn't know until just today.
Really?
Yeah.
Disney has got a stellar voice cast in most films.
Oh, no, I agree with that. I've always loved the Disney cast.
Even now, you can get almost anybody to be a part of a Disney film because it's still such a prestigious thing.
I want to be in an animated movie just once. I want to lend my voice. I think it'd be fun.
It's pretty awesome.
I wish my hair would do that.
No joke. Like, for real.
Just get out of the shower, just fluff it, and you're good to go. As Pumbaa has a mullet. A mohawk mullet.
I mean, what else is a warthog supposed to have? Now here's Pride Rock, and Pride Rock is dead.
It's a sad location now. Dog's going crazy again, everybody. I apologize. Every time we record CineCrap, the dog has gone crazy. I don't know if anyone else has really shitty neighbors, but we do. Oh, we standing in a row. Is that a throwback to
Two coconuts, there they are, standing in a row.
That's a throwback to Monty Python, right?
Small one, some as big as your head.
That's a Monty Python throwback. Gotta love those adult jokes in Disney movies, though. It's like my favorite part of animated films. When they throw in the adult joke, because that's what that is. We know you've seen.
You are the king.
We know you've seen Monty Python.
And if you're Hannah, you loved it.
It's a good movie. Like, all their movies are great.
Monty Python is quite funny.
I think Life of Brian's my favorite. But I think it's because it's so, like, you have to have an open mind to enjoy that one. I don't know how I feel at this point.
Okay.
I know we're probably over halfway through the movie at this point.
Yes, we are.
Because, I mean, I don't think we're that far off from Simba returning and taking over Pride Rock, are we?
No.
It's crazy to think about. I don't know.
Like, we're going to come hang out.
This is prettier, by the way, than Pride Rock.
Much prettier. It's
What?
an oasis.
I would have just been like, fuck it, I ain't going back.
Well, that's why he stayed here instead of going back.
But eventually he goes back.
Well, it's because his one true love comes to find him.
Rafiki?
Sure, we'll go with that.
You mean his sister?
Pretty sure you listened to a song that you love about incest, so.
Check out, I forgot the name of the band, The Dead South. There we go. I will. That song's about fucking your cousin.
Yeah. Which is only one step away from
She's
fucking
my
your sister.
cousin, but she needs some sweet loving anyway. That is the exact lyric from the song. Oh, God.
You can enjoy that. You can enjoy this kind
are
of
you
incest.
Yeah, no, animated incest for kids, though, is a lot different than hearing a song for adults.
Well, I mean...
It's like when Luke and Leia kissed, but you didn't know they were brother and sister.
Is that forgiven because they didn't know?
I don't know. Is it? Like,
I assume they wouldn't have done it if they knew they were twins.
I mean, if you tendered and you ended up on like, you know, your sister from birth that was adopted by someone else, do you when you find out, what do you do?
I mean, you hear horror stories of people like that happening online. And most of them stop seeing the other one. Some of them just sterilize themselves, decide not to have kids, and keep going.
And those people all are from Alabama. Roll Tide.
Also Denmark. I saw
Really?
a story about that out of Denmark.
Denmark.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy Dutch. That is the same country, right? Denmark? Yeah, no, yeah, I'm right. Okay.
Good job.
And Simba's drunk. Pride Rock looks like my mouth after a really long day.
This isn't Pride Rock. This is just Rafiki's tree.
That looks like my mouth after a long day. Especially after taking this new medicine. I have dry mouth now constantly. Oh my
Rafiki
God.
Finding out the most exciting news ever.
How do you figure this out from just a leaf? And who lives in a gourd tree? Because that's what this is, right? They're gourds.
No,
Well, what are they?
some weird type of fruit.
Gourds. Okay. Simba? He actually has a pronounced butt, where other characters do not. I've never seen someone so happy in my life.
I love Rafiki.
Oh,
I want him
Rafiki's-
to be super happy.
There's not very many characters in
Hey.
this movie that I can't stand.
Hey. The mighty jungle, the lion sleeps tonight.
A weem away, a weem away. That's actually in the VHS copy.
Mhm.
And if you haven't seen that, it's great. I don't know if it's on this or not, because I don't know if it is. They do the cover of this, and it's great. That was in the
There's the
VHS,
Lion King song selection, but it just says the songs from the movie and more.
so it's probably here.
Probably somewhere. These tend to have all of the same stuff that the old ones did, and that's great. Like,
I love the VHS copies. Those were fantastic. Like, the VHS copies of a Disney movie were just special. Especially coming in that old freaking box that no one else had, that video box except Disney, where it was the plastic. It's going to cover everything.
Yeah.
So Nala has ran away now.
no,
But-
she's hunting.
Because her claws are showing, does that make her a bad cat?
No, she's hunting.
But does that mean Scar's constantly hunting?
No.
Well, isn't that flawed Disney logic?
No, because you've seen Simba's claws and you've seen Mufasa's claws when they were fighting somebody. Scars are just out all the time. See, there was Simba's claws. Because they're fighting.
Gotcha. I'm just saying, Disney logic. Everything's gonna be okay. Bite her head.
Go
Timon,
for the jugular!
would Timon not be the best pro wrestling fan ever? Yeah. What? I'm your past. I'm the doctor. Yep. That's pretty much sums up how I feel right now. Timon. So when I went to the Memphis Zoo for the first time, and you get to see meerkats, because they're hardly anywhere else. The only place I've ever seen them is Memphis. I got super excited. And all I could do is yell, Timon! Constantly. Does that make me a terrible person?
No, I was there.
I did it before, too.
I never realized until I got older how cool the Memphis Zoo actually is.
I never realized until I got older how cool zoos are. Because
I've
I'm
always
the
loved zoos.
I'm the jackass that in our own hometown zoo, Dickerson Park Zoo in Springfield, they took an air horn inside the zoo.
Because you're an asshole.
And went "Brr" constantly. Never around animals, just around people.
Yeah. But no, the Memphis Zoo has pandas, and that's really cool.
Yeah, it's one of the only
And it's
few
like
zoos
one of,
in the country.
3 or 4 zoos in the U.S. that has pandas,
Yeah.
and they've had pandas for 20 years.
San Diego, I think, has them, and there's like 2 others. Oh my God. Okay, so anybody who's out there listening, I apologize for the dog. Our neighbors are fucking nuts. All they do is constantly slam doors and knock on the door constantly. Like, they were screaming and yelling yesterday for 4 hours. Let me fucking in the house. As I'm trying to watch my cartoons of a morning.
Well, that's what you get for trying to watch morning cartoons as an adult.
Yeah, at noon. I'm about to yell at the dog on the show. Shay! It just happened. Our dog will not stop barking, and I apologize. She is angry.
This is the beauty of having a home office.
Yeah, no.
Is that it makes it easier for us to record this?
But it's also
because we
really
don't have to go to the office?
But it's really shitty because of that. So here we go. We're back to the... It's like you're back from the dead. So this is where Mufasa or Simba finds out that Pride Rock is fucked. Right?
Mm-hmm. Here's the favorite intro for a song for the entire movie.
Let's get it on. No, that's not.
And they don't have a clue. Goes down to 2.
That's sad for Timon and Pumbaa. I do.
Everywhere.
Did they do the cartoon? Did they do the animated series voice too, or did they have someone else come and do it? 'Cause I'm pretty sure it was someone else.
I want to say it was some. I don't know.
Ah, this song, yes. Because I thought maybe they did.
No.
Yes. Pumbaa was his real voice.
Timon was not.
Nathan
Kevin
Lane didn't do it.
Sean did the voice of Timon in season 2. Season 1 might have been.
I've got Kevin Schoon. I don't know.
That's what I have.
Yeah.
Who was it in the first season?
Because I mean that's something I've always wondered. Because when
Nathan Lane did some of the voice.
When you get to one of the cartoons, it's like a spinoff. Like even The Emperor's New Groove is my personal one that I can go. That's the one where the characters are not the same at all, and it takes away from the show completely.
It does.
I know a few of them like that. Because the penguins are like that. The penguins of Madagascar, which I think are hilarious, by the way. And I still kind of enjoy the cartoon, but the voices are so different than the ones that are in the movie and the cartoon series. So,
do you know that the original cut of this movie did not have this song included?
how many people do you think have lost their virginity to this song?
Probably a lot. Most of them are probably my age. Did you
Prom
see the
night?
face though?
Yeah, that's the you're gonna fuck me later face.
Yeah.
Lick her nose. Lick her nose. Oh.
Yeah. But
Nothing says sexy more than just rubbing your heads together. Hold on a second, everybody. Ashley's gonna take over for a minute.
But does it not make you sad for Timon and Pumbaa? A little bit. They feel like they're losing their best friend. And also kind of almost their child? I don't know if that makes any sense because they basically raised him. But now he's like their best friend? Are they like the cool gay uncles? Is that where they fall into? Is that the category that they fall? I don't know.
This
It's
is
hard.
now the second show in a row where we've recorded something like this, where we're watching something and the police are in the parking lot. Behind your car.
Oh, fun.
Yeah. It is a black police SUV. Every time, man. That's why the dog's
Every
barking.
time.
No.
Simba awkwardly laying on some vines like a hammock. You know that has to be going up his ass crack and be really uncomfortable, right?
Well, I mean, some people enjoy thongs.
And those people are not to be trusted.
I agree. Completely agree with you on that.
I like full coverage underwear, thank you.
You like having your ass covered, not that little string just going bing.
No matter how much you clean your ass, it's going to smell bad at the end of the day because it literally rode up your butt.
Many times a year, the landfills are filled with thongs. They are not biodegradable. Buy underwear that will last you more than 6 days.
Truth.
Think about getting a wedgie. Just completely in a thong. Just if somebody come along and, did the wedgie with your underwear, just
if you pull it up too high, like you can make yourself bleed. I've seen it happen. Like having a little bitty thin spot just rubbing up at the top of your ass crack. It can open it up and make it bleed.
Yeah, because nobody wants a bloody ass. Nobody. Well, there's a conversation.
That means you've done something wrong.
So, what conversation did you guys talk about during The Lion King? Bloody asses?
I mean...
Yep. That happens.
I don't know the appropriate answer here.
No, what do you say here? What do you tell people you do for a living? I talk about bloody asses on our show where we make fun of movies.
Describe your job badly.
No, just describe your job.
Here we go.
Rafiki doing.
Here's him doing his weird squash banana song.
Well, does Simba know that this is Rafiki? Like, does it take him a while to realize it's Rafiki?
He didn't really know Rafiki when he was young.
But he knows who he is.
Yeah.
Kinda?
Eh.
Oh, this is when his dad's gonna start talking to him, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is when you get the good shit. This is when you're high. The stars start talking to you. Shh. We're just monkeying around. I know who you are too. The shadow knows. I love jokes like that. Love it. Disney writing sometimes gets to me, though.
Okay.
I think sometimes they try way too hard. This was not one of those movies, but I think they try so hard sometimes where it just comes across as, oh. There's a reason I don't like some animated movies.
There are very few animated movies I do not enjoy.
You know what movie I did not care for? Fern Gully.
We own Fern Gully.
I know we own Fern Gully, but I didn't care for it.
I like Fern Gully.
I know, I did too until I tried it would come on TV, and I would try to watch it, and then it would get interrupted. And then 2 months later, they would do it again, and it'd get interrupted for something else. And then they'd try it again, and guess what would happen?
It'd get interrupted.
I think I finally had to piece the movie together. It took me 6 years to finally piece Fern Gully together. To this day, I still don't know if they saved the rainforest.
They did.
That's how much, because I was hoping they wouldn't at some point. I'm just, I'm over this.
Why would you not want them to save the rainforest?
I'm just tired of the sprites not doing, I'm tired of not seeing what happens. I just got to the point where I'm like,
that's your own fault.
They fuck it up. No, it isn't. It's my cable company's fault. I was young. I didn't have
against the movie.
No, but it made me hate the movie. Hammer time. It's but it just made me hate it. Look in the water. Tell me what you see. I see the fishes because they're so delicious. Yeah, I want to say this. Reflections, looking at yourself in water is the most unflattering reflection you can look at. I am. Oh my God.
No, look hard.
I'm gonna touch the water.
And magically you're turning into your father.
The typical moral of any time a parent dies, that parent lives in you. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just the typical Disney motive.
Here he comes. Motif.
It's Mufasa in the clouds.
Side note, the same people that play Mufasa and Sarabi in this, who are Simba's parents,
Yeah.
are the voices of them are the king and queen from Coming to America.
Great movie.
So they play African king and queen twice, which is weird. Remember who you are.
It's great. Oh my goodness.
What?
No, what's going on here?
Oh. I think it is super creepy that Mufasa in the clouds just has like gold eyes. Like there's no pupil, no nothing. Like it's real creepy. And I don't care for it.
And for the first time ever, rain hits the desert. That's the fastest moving storm in the history of weather.
Because it wasn't a storm, it was a ghost.
It was a ghost storm.
It was a ghost. The great kings of our past are in the clouds.
But they were in the stars.
They watch over you. Yeah.
Oh my goodness. I'm gonna look out. You're gonna go do this one? You go do this one. Yeah, so, and I love when Simba gets hit in the head. Just blink. Guys, check out our store, Shop TBK, tbkmagazine.com/shoptbk. Use the code ALLIN at checkout to get free shipping on any of your apparel, t-shirts, hats, and more. So that is on our store, Shop TBK, tbkmagazine.com. Also, don't forget to visit at starcast.com, get tickets over the weekend. Chicago's going to be rocking pro wrestling, music, and more. It's going to be a crazy 4 days in Chicago, Illinois. All part of All In Weekend. Visit starcast.com. That's STARR, 2 R's. Starcast.com. And Timon sleeping on Pumbaa. That's got to be the most comfortable spot in the history of man. I bet it's soft. I bet it's all soft and fuzzy. Like that would be fantastic to lay on. I'm sleepy right now, everybody. I can't help it. Like it's pretty bad. Like, all right, let's tell people where we are in the movie. We are at 109:21. Does that help?
That helps.
That'll get everyone caught back up. Guys, we had to stop for a second, which is really shitty. But we'll talk about it on an episode of Live. I feel.
Yeah.
This is not the show. This is the third time recording something this has happened where somebody has just been immediately a thorn in my ass.
The monkey's his uncle?
The monkey's his uncle? Monkey's uncle? I'll be a monkey's uncle? Uncle Monkey? Uncle Buck?
Uncle Buck.
I love that movie. Gee golly, don't you know?
We are running across the desert.
And I run so far away. I would walk 500 miles. I would walk. No.
No.
Just to be the line that saves Pride Rock.
No. You're trying too hard now.
I tried. I tried to Disney it up. Is that Pride Rock? No, that's not the same Pride Rock. All right, maybe it is.
No, it's the outer reaches. This was all the green prettiness that they saw before.
And now it's just a desolate wasteland
Yeah.
because the sun doesn't touch it. This is what happens when hyenas run the land?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't believe that. Where did all the animals go?
Granted, this is also in the middle of a drought that's normally a river.
Yeah.
And so a lot of the animals have moved away.
To be where the water is.
Yes. Except for the lions and hyenas.
Which makes no sense, because how are they
Scar
drinking?
won't let them.
Well, how are they drinking?
They're not. That's why they're so sickly.
Yeah, makes sense. Oh, jeez. That's like trying to fight someone and then learning. That's like playing someone at Monopoly. And like you're battling over Mediterranean.
Yeah.
It would be a shitty round of Monopoly.
Like, you might win,
That's when,
but it's not going to be a good win.
have you ever played the Monopoly? Have you actually played the rules of Monopoly? Where if someone doesn't buy the property, it goes into auction?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck that.
I used to
Fuck
amass
that.
all of my money and buy up as many things as I could.
Like when someone doesn't land on it, it's supposed to go to auction. That's the legit rules of Monopoly. Bidding starts at $5. Five. Can I get a $5? Does this not resemble?
Wow.
Oh, this is supposed to be the the hula dance from something.
The disco from Saturday Night Fever.
Yes.
This is way better.
Yep.
You can be a big pig too. I feel like that's only the appropriate response for everything since this movie, though, is what do you want me to do? Dress and drag and do the hula?
Yes.
Yes. The answer is
That's
always
going to be my answer to everything now. Yes.
Aw.
Oh my God.
This is Simba's mother.
Which I thought was Nala. So I don't know if that tells me I'm a
He
bad
just
person.
yelled for Sarabi.
So what do you do at this point? Like, do you move?
Yeah.
'Cause, I mean, I feel like the animals would actually end up going with
They
the
would.
herds.
Like, real lions would follow whenever stuff went bad one place. They would follow the herds and go to another place, so they would always have food.
Scar right now is acting like Quiznos. Like, you just know that it's never going to amount to anything. Just go away.
Oh,
It's me, Ferris Bueller.
I mean,
Bueller. So this is
now
where
you're angry, Simba.
this is where the first time you see the villains get a comeuppance, maybe a real comeuppance in a Disney movie.
I mean, they killed Ursula.
Did they?
Yeah.
I thought she shows up in the second one.
They killed Gaston in Beauty and the Beast,
That's true. They did. Well, and I mean that's a shitty kill though. I mean he just fell off a building.
but he died.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
I mean, sometimes you gotta take what you can get.
Poor LeFou. Still think that hunting lodge is a gay club, but that's another argument for another show.
The one in the live action 100% is.
Oh yeah, no. Which live action Beauty and the Beast will happen on this show as well, and I guarantee you we're going to try to see if Sharon can stay awake through that one.
Don't invite Hannah over for that one. She doesn't like it.
So invite Hannah over for that one.
Can you tell which one is Nala? Can you tell looking at
The one that's not, or the one that's in color?
and has blue eyes?
This is the equivalent of going from like a television that was like a turn dial to HD. Like, oh, the color doesn't pop. Then all of a sudden, vibrant color pops. So how did... Oh my God, that's not poetic at all.
It is perfectly poetic.
What is the deal with like bad guys and fire? Doesn't this kind of remind you of the scene in Star Wars Episode 3?
A little bit. And here he is revealing his ultimate scheme.
I too own stake in the
Here's
ShamWow.
my little secret. Kill Mufasa.
I own a ShamWow. Okay, so he was having problems holding on just 2 seconds ago, and all of a sudden,
Adrenaline.
he just gained the power of 37 lions. Choke a bitch. All hell's breaking loose now. Lions versus hyenas.
Yep.
This is like a terrible college football game. I don't know. I'm just gonna say it. I don't think I would piss off a warthog.
No, they're pretty intense.
Like this.
Also a monkey.
Who knows Taekwondo? Rafiki would be great in MMA. There's a lot of hyenas getting thrown into fire here.
Yeah.
What a shitty way to go. Would you rather die by fire or drown?
Oh. You drown quicker. Uh-oh.
Mr. Pig.
And somehow
Yeah.
Ed's the only one smart enough to stay out of it.
Can you blame him?
No?
I wouldn't want to get rid of... Pumbaa scares me.
You should.
Seriously, though, just how many fights are there with fire? Because then the Hunchback ended in fire, too.
Molten rock. Yes.
But I mean, same principle.
Yeah, pretty much.
I don't...
And he tries to light Esmeralda on fire. Because she's a witch, because she doesn't want to sleep with him, so clearly she has to be burned at the stake.
Which... I don't like that movie, but again...
I like that movie.
But you get where I'm going with this.
And then you get the second movie, and Quasimodo actually finds love.
I need to see this, because I want to know the girl he falls in love with.
She's a cute little blonde.
Like, does she take his last name, or does he, like, how did, like, I mean, his name is it Quasimodo as in one, or is it Quasimodo?
No, it's a whole one name, and it means half-formed.
Well, you get where I'm going with this. Like, does she take his name, because then she's like, Jennifer Quasimodo?
He only has one name, like Madonna.
Yeah, but I mean, but someone's got to take a last name.
They
there.
don't!
Disney logic. I'm going to say she takes his name.
They didn't end up married yet.
Jennifer Quasimodo.
You can be together and not married.
True, but not in Disney World. It's almost against the logic in Disney. So, Jennifer Quasimodo. That's now my thought. You hit that lion.
Super intense slow motion battle sequence.
Can't fight! Can't fight! Can't fight! Are you all right? Yep, I'm getting the death glare. This movie has an 8.5 out of 10 on IMDb, and I think a Rotten Tomato score of like 94.
Which is epic.
Yeah, which will probably
because it's amazing.
This will probably be the highest rated movie we do.
Here we go. Boom.
Nice monkey flip to a lion. So Scar's not dead.
Wait.
What? I don't know what's going on anymore. It's like your own friends are turning on you. Like, we just want to eat, you fucker. All we wanted was a tuna pouch.
There
That's
you
all.
go.
That's a shitty way to go.
What was that about him being alive?
Yeah, no, he went the way he should have. And then all magically, the terrible
and now
person
suddenly
dies.
it rains.
And it rains, and everything's going to be blooming again. Because Disney logic. Like, it's been on fire, but there's still going to be green come out of it in 2 days.
No, not 2 days.
2 days.
Not 2 days.
Disney logic.
Do you really not remember how this ends?
I know it gets green again, and him and Nala have a baby. Which I don't know the name of the baby.
Kiara.
Okay.
I have a friend who has a niece that is named Kiara because of that film.
Because of the second one?
Yes. She was born the year that it came out.
Take your rightful place on Pride Rock?
Yes.
Does he hold himself up? So wait.
You're ridiculous.
Does Rafiki hold him up again? Because that'd be fantastic. I would have licked him. By the way, speaking of cats, our cat was licking the window today. I don't understand if that's something I should be concerned about or what.
I mean, she's a window licker. It's fine.
The
Here's the most epic.
The schnozberries taste like schnozberries.
Here is Simba taking his rightful place as king.
King Simba! Roar. Is there going to be a roar? There it is. Did you know someone's doing the voices of these?
Yes, it's the same person doing all of the lion roars for the entire film. They
They
do not use a single real lion.
That's kind of impressive.
It is really impressive. There you go. There's where it's green again.
2 days.
It's not 2 days.
We don't know that.
Yes, you do. Watch the rest of the scene. You know it's not 2 days.
Oh, because
do
they
you
have a
know
baby.
how it's not 2 days?
Because they have a baby.
That does not happen in 2 days.
Well, the procreation probably did.
But we're past procreation here.
This really is this also has a very Star Wars-esque to it as well. Like the ending.
Kinda.
Yeah. This is based on Hamlet, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
See? There's the baby.
We made that. And then it poops on Rafiki's head. The Lion King.
Probably.
Are we going to go sit through the credits? Or are we good?
I mean, we don't have to sit through the credits.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is going to wrap up this edition of CineCrap as we sat down and watched The Lion King.
It was great.
And as I hit the wrong button.
This just made my night better.
It's a good movie. It's probably
a really good movie.
It's one of my favorite movies that we've done, and we had to have a palate cleanser on CineCrap eventually. And guys, send me terrible cartoons for Ashley to enjoy, because I know there's some out there.
I have a list of some that we will discuss.
Next time on CineCrap, ladies and gentlemen, which, by the way, this show, after today, CineCrap's going to move to Tuesdays. Live's going to move to Thursdays. It's kind of a change, but because of scheduling conflicts with co-host Alive, we are moving shows around. So that's going to be taking place. CineCrap moves to Tuesdays. Your favorite show making fun of crappy movies will return. And the next time we are with you, we are making fun of Ready to Rumble, starring David Arquette as he ventures to become a professional wrestler in the WCW.
Oh, yay.
And you get to see the biggest wrestling name of all freaking time. Jimmy King.
Ugh.
Who? I don't know what you're asking. But what a cat. Okay, so I'm going to run down some of the cast members, by the way, that are just actors. Oliver Platt, by the way, plays Jimmy King.
Yeah.
That's a hell of a name. Rose McGowan's in the movie. And then the Martin Landau's in the movie. Caroline Ray's in the movie. It's a pretty good cast. And then a lot of wrestlers. Because, and I mean, it's a bad movie, but it's so bad it's good. And I'll find out who's joining us later on for that. But guys, that is going to wrap up this edition of CineCrap. Is there anything you would like to add about The Lion King?
No, it's wonderful. Watch the other two. We're going to watch one of them tonight.
We're watching live PD. It's my night off.
It's my night off too.
We're watching it tomorrow.
Nope. We are going to DVR live PD and start at 30 minutes late.
Oh. All right, guys, that's going to wrap this one up. Like I said, CineCrap moves to Tuesdays coming soon. Our next show is Ready to Rumble with David Arquette, the week of StarCast. So I think we're going to take next week off and then the week after off.
Okay.
So we'll be back on Tuesday. Hold on, I'll even give you the date, everybody.
The
28th. We will be back on the 28th for the next episode of CineCrap.
Yay! Hopefully you can convince someone that's not me to watch this with you because you already made me watch it once.
Ready to Rumble?
Yes.
Yeah, I did.
You did.
I know who I'm going to try to get on that one, but I'm going to see what I can do. And guys, don't forget to check out StarCast, starcast.com. Check out our website, TBK Magazine, tbkradio.com. Check out our store shop, TBK at tbkmagazine.com. And don't forget to buy some wine from Knocking Point Wines. Use the code TBK at checkout. All right, guys. I was going to wrap up this edition of CineCrap. Thank you for going to the movies once again, as we enjoyed. Well, this wasn't that bad.
We actually enjoyed this one. The Lion King, yay!
We will see you next time on the movies you love to hate and we force you to watch. This has been CineCrap.